What's up, everybody? Mr. Fired Up Wealth here. Today I want to talk to you about secular growth trends. Now, a secular trend is a trend that is not cyclical, it's not seasonal, and typically it trends upwards for a minimum of 5 years, regardless of the economic situation. If you want your stock portfolio to outperform the greater market, it is absolutely critical that you're involved with these secular growth trends. Today, I'm going to give you my top 5 secular growth trend areas for the next 5 or more years. Number 1, of course, is cloud computing. Now, the worldwide public cloud services market is projected to grow by 17.5% this year in 2019. That's for a total of $214.3 billion, up from $182.4 billion in 2018. This is according to Gartner Research. Anybody that knows anything about the cloud industry knows that it's been growing at an enormous rate for a long time. I don't see that slowing down anytime soon, and there are some tremendous companies that are highly profitable in hyper growth mode that you need to keep an eye on for this secular growth category of cloud computing. So number 1, of course, is cloud computing, cloud software. I personally used to sell software for Oracle, and I've been in the software space now since 2008. And I can tell you, have an insight into the industry, that business is doing very well, and I see enormous growth even for the next 5, 10, maybe even more years. Obviously, you have to pick the right company within that sector, but there are a lot of them out there that are going to do very well over the next 5 or 10 years. Number 2, autonomous driving, self-driving cars. Now, there's a lot of information thrown around about AI, autonomous driving, self-driving cars. One thing is for certain, one thing I can tell you with confidence is that there are a lot of companies spending a lot of money on research and development in order to make self-driving cars happen. Now, we already have some of that technology with Tesla, and there's plenty, you can go on and on. But when will it be more mainstream? Will it be an actual thing where you can go coast to coast in a car and have it drive itself? Nobody really knows. Will it be 2020, 2025, 2030? There's really no way to know, and there is some risk because of that. One thing I can tell you, though, is that most of the companies that are investing in this type of technology are well diversified. It is just one of their pillars. It's not their core competency. There are a couple out there that are more focused than others, but this is definitely a secular growth trend. It's something that I would be invested in. Especially is 5G for 5th generation cell phone technology. Of course, going to replace the 4G LTE. But to give you an idea of the difference between the old 4G and the new 5G, 5G is about 100 times faster than 4G. To put that in perspective, you could download a 2-hour movie in approximately 6 minutes with 4G, and it would take you a few seconds on 5G. So it's significantly faster. It's going to change the world. Obviously, like everything, like with autonomous driving that we just talked about, it's not completely baked out, but there are a lot of companies that are going to be in this 5G game. Of course, most people are going to have to replace their phones. Entire networks will have to replace, from cell phone towers to equipment to everything in between, and everybody's handheld devices. So your current phones will not work with 5G technology. Therefore, this is a tremendous growth opportunity, a secular growth trend, and you definitely need to be invested in companies that are putting money into the 5G network. Number 4 is marijuana legalization. And this is a space I've actually been invested in for 2 or 3 years now. It's changed quite a bit. Obviously, there's a lot of growth in that industry. There's a lot of acquisitions. I started investing a couple of years ago with Aurora Cannabis, hit a home run in that field. I believe I was buying around $1.50 and sold close to $12. A little bit of luck, a little research there. I saw that being something that would, kind of take off, and I really liked their website. They had medical patients at the time, a lot of big plans. They had good leadership. The point being, though, the secular growth area, number 4, is legalization of marijuana. And everybody that's listened to this has heard, all the stocks from Tilray to Canopy Growth to MedMen to there's a bunch of them. But I actually have 5 of my favorites that I'm going to do a video on soon, and I'd definitely like you to take a look at that. But this is a secular growth trend that you should definitely try to be involved in. However, There is a lot of risk, of course, in this space because it's very speculative. A lot of these companies do not have any earnings at this point, and so you kind of have to really know what you're doing. There is a great ETF that I would recommend called MJ ETF, MJ, and that actually has a basket of different marijuana companies that you can invest in. So that's something you might want to check out. But this secular growth area is not going away. Illinois recently just legalized. We've got several states, New York, New Jersey, that are trying to legalize. Of course, Canada legalized last year, and there's several states in the United States that have legalized. So this is not going away. I do see it being legalized federally in the next, I think, 5 years or less, honestly. And it's something that you probably need to be a part of in some capacity. And the fifth secular growth trend I'd like to cover today is fintech, financial tech, obviously a sector that's been growing for a very long time. In fact, I've been a PayPal customer for over 20 years, if you can believe that. That's how long PayPal's been around. But the projection right now is that fintech is going to be about a $300 billion industry by 2023. I see tremendous growth not only in the US market, but also globally. And there's some very interesting companies in fintech, not just the standard credit card companies that you'd think of like Visa, MasterCard, but there's several other niche players that are very interesting. So there you have it, my top 5 secular growth ideas for the next 5 years and beyond. I hope you like this video. My plan now is to actually create 5 more videos, 1 video for each bucket, and I'm going to give you my top 5 stock picks for each secular growth category. I'm very excited about this. I hope that you subscribe so you don't miss any of these videos. If you like these videos, please click the like button, click subscribe, give me a comment, let me know what you want to see from me. If there's any video ideas you have, I'd love to hear from you. I appreciate you stopping by and taking your time with me this afternoon, and hope you have a great rest of your day.